AI Today in 5 for January 13, 2026. In this podcast, we're going to look at 5 short stories curated by me, Tom Fox, about AI, compliance, risk management, and the greater business world. We'll give you a short 5-minute daily set of stories that you can use to think about how you can use AI in your compliance program going forward. This is one of the most interesting innovations that I have come across in all of my time in compliance. I've written a book, Upping Your Game, about the use of AI and how it will transform compliance, literally starting now and certainly by 2030. The Ethical AI in Africa edition. And we begin with that story from Tech in Africa, which reports on navigating governance and compliance in Africa. AI is transforming Africa's economy with potential contributions of up to $1.5 trillion in GDP by 2030. However, ethical challenges like data sovereignty, algorithmic bias, and data inequality or digital inequality must be addressed to ensure that AI benefits everything. Africa's approach blends global frameworks like UNESCO's AI ethical guidelines with local values, emphasizing community and interconnectedness. So how will AI or Africa approach the evolving AI landscape? With a multidisciplined approach. Next up, the first of 2 stories from FinTech Global. First, generative AI and compliance, oversight, governance, and risk. Gen AI is no longer an emerging concept for compliance teams. It has become a practical tool embedded in everyday workflows, driven by rising regulatory complexity, pressure on resources, and the need for greater consistency across jurisdictions. What began as a cautious experiment has now evolved into real-world deployment across a growing number of firms. Yet as adoption accelerates, a question has emerged. How can compliance teams benefit from AI-driven efficiency without surrendering responsibility? It is to how to bring AI in compliance and bring efficiency without abdication. Our second story from FinTech Global is on why compliance-grade AI matters more than AI-first hype. AI is obviously not new to regulated financial industries. ML, automation, pattern recognition have long been embedded in systems. What has changed is the growing assumption that AI should now be embedded everywhere, often without sufficient consideration about what it means inside a tightly regulated compliance environment. The assumption introduces risk. Compliance is not about probability or estimated outcomes. It's based on precision, consistency, and auditability. A compliance-first approach recognizes that AI has value, but only in clearly defined parts of the workflow. In these areas, AI can help teams work faster and focus attention where it's needed. Next up, a very interesting article from the Harvard Gazette by a medical ethicist who asked, AI is speeding into healthcare and who should regulate it? Our final story comes to us from the National Law Review, which takes a look at President Trump's executive order attempting to preempt state AI laws and finds that that is invalid and that companies still need to comply with state laws around AI that apply to them without congressional approval. If you're interested in how AI impacts your compliance program directly, check out the 10-part podcast series I did with Nick Gallo called Upping Your Game, where we looked at the most important components of a best practice compliance program through the lens of AI, machine learning, and advanced data analytics. It's a fascinating exploration of AI today for your compliance program. Upping Your Game, available where all great podcasts are listened to.